Yeah, Chase, did you have any idea the Steelers were this high on you, and how much interaction did you have with them since the combine?
Yeah, no, I had no clue that the Steelers were going to pick me. And I had a good talk with Coach Tomlin at the Senior Bowl, but that was kind of it. Obviously, I talked to some of their area scouts and whatnot, but that would have been my last guess. But I guess that's usually how it goes. I hear stories of that all the time. The team you least expect.
Chase, what would you say overall led to your improvement year to year, and how would you describe your senior season?
Yeah, I think a big part of that was confidence. Just being put in that situation and then making those plays and knowing you can make those plays is so much easier to make that play again and again. So I think that was big. That's something that just came with hard work, practice, and all that. And I think once I acquired that confidence, it wasn't something that I could really shake. So I think that was pretty big, and then obviously just like the extra time put in before and after practice.
Chase, the backstory on you coming out of Canada was that you kind of promoted yourself. Can you talk about the process of putting the highlights on Facebook or whatever it was, and kind of getting yourself noticed to wind up at a place like Notre Dame?
Yeah, so like I kind of mentioned, I guess earlier, I just threw my highlights on Facebook just because it was something that I wanted to do for friends and family to see. Not really any intentions for, any recruiting purposes. So, the right people saw this guy named Eddie Ferg, saw with Air Academy, and he kind of helped my film get in the States. They wanted to see me compete against competition in the States, so I did the camp circuit. I went to a bunch of different camps. Went to Notre Dame's camp during the summer, and ultimately it led me there in a roundabout way. But it was pretty cool just to get that opportunity when it's something that I least expected.
Sorry about that. Hi, Chase.
All right.
You said that you were very surprised by the Steelers choosing you. What do you know about the Steelers, their offense, Ben Roethlisberger? Have you had any interaction with anyone on the team?
Sorry, can you repeat that question really quick? I apologize for that.
Sure. So what do you actually know about the Steelers offense? And have you ever interacted with any of your new teammates?
Yeah, so obviously I'm not too involved with what they're kind of doing with the X's and O's, but I'm sure that's not going to take long to learn. And then Ben Roethlisberger called me right after I got off the phone with the Steelers, and he introduced himself and congratulated me. And then Juju texted me just a few minutes ago. So they've been really good so far and kind of reaching out and making this pretty special.
Yes, Chase, hi. Welcome to Pittsburgh. Is there anybody that you model your game after? Is there a certain receiver that when you go out and play, you model yourself after or try to be like?
Yeah, so I actually said in a few interviews not too long ago, Juju was one of those guys. He's one of those guys I watched on film in my college year, in my senior year. But, the answer is usually DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen, and Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones. I watch a whole bunch of different receivers, so it really depends on the day you ask me, but, there's a handful of receivers I like to look at.
Steelers Digest, Jim Westphal.
Okay, Chase. You came out of British Columbia. I have no idea what the football's like there. Did you have some catching up to do? Are you a late bloomer in that regard?
You could say, I'm a late bloomer in the sense that I never really got my time to shine till my junior, senior year. But I always thought I had the skill set. It just always improved year after year. So, yeah, I definitely broke out my senior year, but I felt like I always possessed the skill set necessary.
Chase, with possibility of very few spring training and maybe even cutting into training camp, how do you think that might affect your development as a rookie?
I don't think it's going to be too bad. There'll be more time for me to get one-on-one work. I'm working with TJ Hushmanzada in California there. So I'll be working with him for, a while, and then I'll try to get to the facility as soon as I can, just to get some work in with Ben and Juju and other receivers there, and get familiar with the offense. So I don't think it'll limit me at all too much because there'll be more one-on-one work that will be put in.
No, Jerry? Do we have Ray Fittipaldo posted that?
Yes. Hi, Chase. I know you played basketball and had some different interests when you were growing up. What convinced you that you had a future in football?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I always played my entire life. Football was something I always played, and then basketball was something I picked up later on in life. And, I started getting interest for basketball, especially when I started getting better. But no matter how many times I tried to deviate away from football naturally in terms of picking up other things and hobbies, I always gravitated back to football. And that's, something I couldn't say for anything else. Football was just home for me. It was my comfort zone, and it was kind of a gut feeling that football was a sport for me, whether I had best opportunities or not.
Hey, Chase, one thing that offensive coordinator Randy Fichtner said is that it's one thing to have the size that you have. It's another thing to learn how to use it at the next level. Do you feel like you fully understand how to kind of use the combination of size and speed that you have as a big-bodied wide receiver? Yeah,
I think that's something that a lot of teams talked about with me was just that combination of size and speed. It allows offenses to do a lot of different things, and a lot of coaches are excited about that. So, I'm excited to kind of bring those tools to the table and kind of offer what I have. But I think there's a lot of different things that any offense can do. Just kind of excited to see how that all plays out.
Hey, Chase, what was this like for you waiting to hear your name called, and what did you and Mike Tomlin talk about when he called you?
Me and Mike Tomlin, it was more just a brief congratulations. He had me on his draft board, and he was excited that he got the chance to get me. So I was just talking with their staff. And then waiting, it wasn't too bad because, as long as I went day two, I would have been happy. Hearing my name call was a blessing in and of itself. So, this process has been a very cool experience for me.
All right, Jenna Harner, PXI.
Hey, Chase, what excites you the most about joining this wide receivers group and being able to play with a quarterback like Ben?
Yeah, I think, a big thing is going into the right situation where you get drafted, and obviously you can't control that, but some guys get lucky enough to be put in that situation. So I think being on a team, an historic team with kind of a proven background, is a pretty cool opportunity, especially playing for a quarterback like Ben, who's been in the league for a long time and kind of knows exactly what it takes to succeed. So I think just, I was fortunate enough to be drafted into a place with the right situation.
Chase, Randy talked about you having the ability to work inside as a slot receiver, and I'm curious what are some of the problems and advantages you see working in that position in an NFL offense?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing teams talked to me about was the mismatches and kind of, versatility they can add to their offense with being able to move different guys around at different places. So I'm sure they're going to kind of utilize that and make the most of that. But it's pretty exciting to think about, when they start drawing up the X's and O's.